Hi everyone, it's Janis here. Education is important. We learn from a young age the basic principles of the world: counting, reading and writing. And these basic fundamental things help us later in life. But the formal education is lasting for years, and many people believe that it is a waste of time. And students themselves are often struggling with motivation to keep going, and many even hate studies altogether. So in this video, we will take a look at the ways how students can get back their motivation to study and get ahead of the game of the life. Prepare your mindset. Why do you study? Can you answer this question? Because if you can't, then you will find it really hard to study, and simple things like waking up in the morning will be really hard. When you don't know why you do what you do, it will be always hard. This does not apply just to studies, but to life in general. It's hard to go for a 10-kilometer run if you don't know why you do it, but for the person that is preparing for the competition, it is an easy thing to do. And I would go even further as saying easy. Person is interested and willing to go for 10k run because he knows why he's doing it. When you want to participate in running competition, you will not just be happy to go for 10k run, but you'll be thinking about how can you do more. Should you do 12 kilometers instead of just 10? So the lesson here is to attach your studies to the higher goal. You have to think about studies like a stepping stone towards your bigger goal. For an athlete, every training session is the stepping stone to better performance and chance to win the competition. If you want to start your own business, then you can attach studies to that particular goal. Then, when you study, you know that you're doing it not just because you have to, but because you want to start your own business. Sometimes goals are far away and you can start to lose motivation if the goals are years ahead. In this case, I suggest you to set out smaller milestones that you can achieve all the time. Smaller milestones will give you more focus and you will be able to achieve them in shorter periods of time. 1 month goal can be writing a big essay, while next month it can be conducting market research in economy. Develop structure. Nothing is harder than to find yourself in front of books and knowing that you have to study. This leaves a person without a choice and also without any motivation to do anything. A great way to overcome this is to create study schedule. Study schedule puts you in control to choose when to study and what. Let's say that you like economy and don't really enjoy chemistry. So you can choose to dedicate Monday afternoons to get chemistry sorted, leaving easy stuff, economy, for later in the week. Economy should be easier if your goal is to start your business, as it is directly related to it, whereas chemistry is not directly related to your goal of starting a business. Once you have a study schedule, it is handy to build a routine. Routines are great because they become more like habits and they're easy to repeat. So try not to change up your study schedule from week to week. Instead, once you have developed a good study schedule, try to stick with it and build it into your routine. Another great way to add more accountability to your study motivation is to get study partner. You have probably heard about gym buddies that motivate each other to stick with a gym schedule. Same can be applied to studies. When you schedule a study session with someone, you'll be more likely to show up and study hard. Create an environment that motivates you. Nothing is harder than working in a bad environment. First thing you should do is to tidy up your desk. It might seem like a small detail, but it can have a huge impact on your motivation to study. Would you rather sit down at the messy desk or tidy one? I know that I'll go for the latter option every time. And don't just tidy up your desk, keep the whole room tidy as well. Next, you need to prepare all the tools and materials that you need to study. You want to have everything handy, so when you sit down, you can focus on studies. Have your books ready, as well as water and some snacks, so you don't have to get up every time you need something. This will save a lot of energy and the focus. If you find that you can't create a good environment for yourself at home, then I suggest you to use the library to study. Libraries has a great environment that will positively impact your motivation to study. This is because the whole environment is originally created mainly for the students with a lot of resources around. Eliminate distractions. Another thing that might be in your way of studies is distractions. And the biggest distraction of all of them is your smartphone. If you don't deal with your smartphone properly, then it will destroy all your efforts and motivation to study. One of the reasons why people lose motivation to study is because it's hard and they don't get much done. But people fail to identify why it is hard and why they don't get much done. Imagine two scenarios now. In the first one, you have your phone on you while you study. You're writing an essay while your phone is constantly buzzing from notifications. In second scenario, you turn your phone off and you put it in your bag so you don't even see it. Then you focus your 100% attention on the essay that you have to write. How do you think in which scenario you'll get more done? Of course, in the second one. But what is more important is that when you practice second scenario, the studying will become easier. And once studying will be easier, you'll find more motivation to study because now you're getting things accomplished. Another distracting thing is web. So if you have a chance to study from the books without using computer, then I would strongly suggest you to do that. I understand that you probably need to write your essay on computer, but if you can keep your browser closed, it will hugely increase your productivity. Also, be sure that you don't let your friends be a distraction to your goals. Let everybody know your study schedule and that you will not be available during these times. And there you go. Follow these steps and you will find more motivation to study. Understand why you do it, create structure, develop environment, and remove distractions. And it's not about pushing yourself harder. That is the way of losing the last motivation that you have left inside yourself. It's more about understanding the reasons why you're not motivated and then changing your environment and perspective to get motivated. If you want to manage your time better, have more structure in your life, and achieve your goals, make sure you check out my time planning application. You can set goals and track progress towards them, create time blocks and build your own daily structure, as well as log your time and measure your performance. Best of all, it's totally free, so press here to check it out right now. I'm working on new videos every day, so be sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next episode.